What's up everyone, David Amati here, and I had the chance to take an extended, early look at Gears 5 with its developers, the Coalition. Now we're about to go quickly into the type of content that Gears 5 will offer, but more importantly, we're going to tell you some important things the Coalition hasn't told you yet. Compared to previous Gears campaigns, you'll find your familiar chapters combined into larger chunks known as acts. But did you know that the environments in Gears 5 are some of the largest in the franchise and have plenty of areas for you to explore? There are now optional side objectives and areas to investigate that can reward extra components or maybe even some other surprises. The world is absolutely massive. You're no longer cramped into these tight corridors and claustrophobic buildings exclusively. You'll have a lot more space to navigate, and you'll no longer feel pressure to constantly move forward towards the next objective. The overall story will still remain linear, but you can now spend a lot more time ignoring the main objective and just traversing the landscapes in search of other areas. Navigating through the world of Gears 5 introduces you to the all-new Skiff. This vehicle will be your primary source of transportation through frosty tundras and desert sands, and not all of the landscapes will be smooth sailing, with some exciting set pieces intentionally pushing your Skiff driving skills to some fun limits. The Skiff ends up becoming an essential part of the Gears 5 campaign. You'll be doubling back through areas if you're the completionist type for sure, and you'll grow increasingly familiar with how the Skiff traverses through the world. Enemy behavior is almost completely different. It's more common for you to stumble upon enemies in a room than vice versa. So for instance, in the earlier Gears, you would have these locust holes that would just ambush you, and you'd be swarmed by enemies all of a sudden. But in Gears 5, the enemies are usually already there, and they will not immediately react to you unless you make yourself visible. This creates an entirely different dynamic during combat, letting you assess the situation in advance and determine how loud of an entrance you want to make. It's not possible to stealth through the whole game, but one effective technique is to stealth through a crowd and flank from a previously inaccessible position. Now Jack, everyone's favorite steel door busting robot, also makes his return. The friendly AI robot that previously was delegated to only extract data or having people yell at him to rip that door is now a far more essential part of your arsenal. Jack can retrieve weapons and ammo out in the battlefield for you while you're undercover. He can cloak himself on the battlefield, and he has his own set limits of health. One of the craziest things about Gears 5 that you probably don't know about is how incorporating Jack in essence turns Gears 5 slightly into an RPG. Jack has his own entire skill tree, and the game encourages you not only to hunt for upgrade components to unlock higher and more valuable skills, but to even respec your entire build. Meaning if you were to integrate, say, 20 upgrade points into one particular set of skills, and Jack learns an entirely new ability that you might want to test out, you can do a hard reset and get all of your skill points back and reinvest them in a different tree. So there you have it, some quick new aspects of a franchise that we didn't expect to see incorporate these changes. Be sure to stay tuned to GameSpot for all the news, reviews, features, and gameplay videos for Gears 5. Thanks guys.